2025 is really out here testing my self-control because the BL series we've been getting this year, chef's kiss. The stories are sharper, the production looks cinematic, and the chemistry, let's just say some of these couples could start a fire just by standing next to each other. Honestly, I don't know whether to thank the writers or send them my therapy bill. In this video, I'll be sharing the BL dramas that I think are absolute must-watches this year. The kind that will have you laughing, crying, screaming at the screen, and maybe even binge-watching until 3 a.m. Don't worry, I won't judge, I'm right there with you. These aren't just popular shows. They're the ones that deliver in every way, from the acting and storylines down to the little moments that make your heart do that annoying flutter thing. Of course, there are way too many BLs out there for one person to cover in a single video, unless someone figures out how to add 10 extra hours to the day. So, if I missed one of your favorites, go ahead and call me out in the comments. But, nicely, okay? You might even help someone else find their next BL obsession. And fair warning, watching these dramas may cause excessive squealing, random giggles, and an extreme inability to stop hitting the next episode button. Proceed with caution. First on our list, Revenged Love. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that Revenged Love deserves a solid spot on this list, because wow, it's easily one of the best BL dramas I've seen this year. From the very first episodes, I was hooked. I thought I'd just check it out for a bit, but before I knew it, I was binge-watching like my life depended on it. Somewhere between the sharp writing and those dangerously addictive cliffhangers, I found myself falling hard, not just for the story, but for the characters themselves. And let's be real, the actors aren't just clocking in for a paycheck here. They bring such charisma to every scene that half the time I forget I'm watching a show and not secretly spying on real people's lives. Then there's the chemistry. My goodness, the chemistry. Both couples don't just have sparks, they've basically set the whole screen on fire. Honestly, if there were awards for Best Chemistry of the Year, these pairs would be my uncontested winners. Of course, I know not everyone's going to see Revenge Love the same way I do, and that's fine. But for me, it wasn't just a favorite series of 2025, it was an experience. It's the kind of show that makes you feel like you've been invited into a family, where you laugh, cry, and maybe even yell at the screen together. And if you've ever had that feeling of being so invested that you almost want to live inside the drama, yeah, that's exactly what this one gave me. Number 2 on our list, Reset. Another BL series that just wrapped up is Reset. And honestly, this one surprised me in the best way possible. I've got to say, it's easily one of the most romantic BL dramas we've had in 2025. Now, confession time? At first, I wasn't so sure if Pond and Peter Pan could pull it off. Could they really carry such a big storyline? I had my doubts. But wow, they made me eat my words. Not only did they deliver, but they embarrassed me for even doubting them in the first place. Those lingering stares, those emotional kisses. Excuse me, who gave them the right to slay like that? But let's talk about the story itself. Time travel plots are usually a disaster waiting to happen, right? Most shows either make it too confusing or just completely butcher it. But Reset? Oh no, they nailed it. The pacing, the twists, the way it tied into the romance, it actually worked. And that's rare. Honestly, it's such a relief to watch a time travel BL that doesn't feel like I need a PhD to understand what's going on. Now, is it my number 1 favorite BL of the year? Not quite. But here's the thing, it doesn't even matter, because Reset already secured its crown as the highest rated BL drama of 2025 so far. That's huge. So clearly it's not just me who got hooked. The entire fandom is right there with me. So yeah, Pond, Peter Pan, consider this my public apology. I doubted you both, and you proved me wrong in the most romantic way possible. Next time I'll keep my skepticism to myself. Maybe. Number 3 on our list, Top Form. If there's one BL series that completely caught me off guard this year, it has to be Top Form. Honestly, I went in thinking, okay, here we go again. Another Thai BL adapting a Japanese manga, probably the same formula we've seen 100 times. But wow, was I wrong? This one didn't just meet my expectations, it totally blindsided me in the best way possible. Let's talk chemistry because, oh boy, it wasn't just there, It was overflowing. Smart and Boom really delivered in a way that made every stare, every touch, and every emotional moment feel so alive. I'd be lying if I said I didn't rewind a couple of their scenes just to soak it all in again. You know a BL is doing something right when you can feel the butterflies in your stomach, and you're not even the one in the scene. Now, the sad part, and this one stings, there's a chance that Top Form might be Smart and Boom's last BL project together, thanks to some behind-the-scenes drama with their agencies. And honestly, that's tragic because the two of them were gold on screen. Like, give me 10 more series with these two, please. But hey, if this does end up being their final project together, at least they went out with a bang. Top Form isn't just another adaptation, it's a solid achievement and proof of how powerful they are as a duo. So, while I may not get a Smart Boom reunion anytime soon, I'll happily take Top Form as a reminder that sometimes the best series are the ones you don't see coming. Number 4 on our list, XylonAkauMSTS the series. Okay, so let me just say, facing my fears of watching this series was the best decision I've made lately. I thought I'd be stressed out, maybe even regret it. But nope, here I am, completely obsessed. Like, excuse me, who gave this BL the right to be this good? First off, the whole mystery about why XylonAkauMSTS was cursed? Oh, that's my jam. Every episode is basically me sitting there like, tell me your secrets. And every time they drop a tiny clue, I'm already connecting red strings on my imaginary conspiracy board. I didn't sign up to be Sherlock Holmes, but here we are. And then there's Peem and Kim. Listen, the way these two look at each other, that's not acting. That's straight up sorcery. Their romance isn't even the main plot yet, but the tension, it's practically sizzling through the screen. Honestly, it's like they're one prolonged eye contact away from causing a power outage. Now, I know they haven't had a ton of screen time together. Tragic, I know. But wow, their chemistry is undeniable. It's the kind of chemistry where even the awkward silences feel like a love song. If this is just the appetizer, then I can't wait for the full-course meal of romance they're about to serve us. So yeah, cursed mysteries, supernatural drama, and a romance that's already stealing my heart. I'm eating good with this series. And trust me, if this keeps going the way it's going, I'll happily stay cursed right alongside XylonAkauMSTS. Oh, just kidding. Number 5 on our list, Memoir of Roddy. I'll be honest, I haven't fully caught up with the latest episodes of Memoir of Roddy yet. Don't judge me, my watch list is basically a full-time job at this point, but from what I've seen so far, this series is giving me everything. The story is strong, the characters are engaging, and it just has that kind of pull that makes you want to binge it in one sitting. Now, let's address the CGI. Yes, it's noticeable, but here's the thing. Once you get into the story, the CGI becomes background noise because the drama itself is just that good. I mean, if a show can make me forget about questionable effects and still have me emotionally invested, that's already a win. And can we talk about In and Great? We all loved them as a comedic duo before, but now they're in a historical romance, and wow, it's like watching them graduate from class clowns to kings of the court. They're playing it with so much maturity and depth that I keep thinking, okay, these two are really showing off now. But listen, the side couple is not here to be ignored either. They're low-key stealing scenes with their chemistry. The dynamics between them are so natural that half the time I catch myself grinning at the screen like a proud parent. It feels like they're building their own little love story alongside the main one, and honestly, I'm here for it. Now, with only about 3 episodes left, the tension is thick, the stakes are rising, and you can practically smell the drama about to explode. The climax is definitely brewing, and if the ending sticks the landing, Memoir of Roddy might just be one of those BLs people will keep talking about even after it's over. Number 6 on our list, I Am the Most Beautiful Count. We're only on episode 3 out of a total of 13, but honestly, I'm already hooked like a fish on a BL-shaped bait. Some people might roll their eyes at Nut's so-called overacting as Prince, but let me tell you, that's one of my absolute favorite things about this show. It's loud, it's extra, it's unapologetically dramatic. And you know what? It works. It gives the series its own quirky flavor and makes Prince stand out as more than just another cookie-cutter lead. Now, let's talk dynamics, because the interactions between Prince, Kosol, and Banjong, pure gold. It's like watching chaos, loyalty, and sass get thrown into a blender, and I'm living for every second of it. And then there's Jade. Oh, Jade. He's got that kind of natural charisma where even when he's not doing much, he's stealing the scene. The personality, effortlessly charming. The screen presence, magnetic. We still don't know if Prince and Jade are going to dive headfirst into romance, or if this is just a really, really good slow burn that's teasing us along the way. But whatever it is, I'm here for it. Their chemistry already has that spark you can't ignore quality, and it makes every little glance feel like it could turn into something more. And here's the kicker. We've got 10 whole episodes left. 10. That's more than enough time for twists, heartbreaks, and maybe even some jaw-dropping romantic turns I never saw coming. My perception of this show could change a dozen times by the finale, but right now, it feels like a hidden gem that's only getting shinier with each episode. Aside from the BL dramas I've already mentioned, let's dive into the rest of my recommendations for 2025, because trust me, this list is stacked. Number 7, My Magic Prophecy. This one is still ongoing, starring Jimmy and C, and let me tell you, the chemistry is sparking harder than the plot's magic spells. The story is fun, the romance is sizzling, and honestly, it's a perfect gateway BL for 2025. Number 8, Secret Relationships, probably the wildest, most chaotic Korean BL I've ever seen. And I loved every second of it. It's messy, it's unpredictable, it's borderline insane, but in the best way possible. Definitely unique and definitely binge-worthy. Number 9, ABO Desire. Okay, so it could have just been another solid BL, but nope, they decided to go full Omegaverse, and I respect that level of boldness. It's dramatic, it's steamy, and it's living in a league of its own. Number 10, Secrets Happened on the Litchi Island. Short? Yes. Sweet? Also, yes. Impactful? Absolutely. Sometimes a show doesn't need a 12-episode stretch to wreck your emotions, and this little gem proves exactly that. Number 11, Boys. Fair warning, it starts off a bit slow, but once it gets going, you'll thank yourself for sticking with it. And with Season 2 dropping next year, now's the perfect time to catch up. Number 12, Ball Boy Tactics. This Korean BL stole my heart with its simplicity. No unnecessary drama, just neat execution, charming characters, and chemistry that feels so natural, you'll forget you're even watching a scripted show. Number 13, 10 Things I Want to Do Before I Turn 40. Of course, we can't end this list without a Japanese BL. And what's better than an age gap romance complete with height difference? It's wholesome, it's heartfelt, and it's got that signature Japanese BL magic. Pure gold. And finally, The X Morning. Now, I'll be honest, this isn't the strongest GMMTV BL of the year. The plot? Kind of meh. But the acting and chemistry of the main couple? Chef's kiss. Sometimes that's all you need to make a show worth the watch. So those are my top BL recommendations for 2025. Which BL series this year do you recommend for others to check out? Drop it down in the comments. I'd love to see your picks. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.